tries to smile at me to hide some relief. There's a man just to arrive, black suit and a bright red tie, too ashamed to tell his wife he's out of work, just buying time. All those people going somewhere, why have I never cared?
Joining C12, in that it has helped me focus on doing certain things that I've thought about doing, but they might end up on the C list and never get to the A list. C12 helps you get them to the A list. You become accountable to your peers.
I've been associated with C12 now for a year and a half, and it's provided a tremendous grounding for me. Grounding in a couple of aspects. One being, who am I in Christ as a leader, as a business leader? Who am I as an employer? And what should I be doing to present myself and to represent my people well, in recognition to the blessings that we receive through the business. In addition to that, it helps you, C12 has certainly helped give me guidance in terms of business administration practices, some principles of operation, employment and personnel management, as well as continually being prompted by 12 guys that are certainly our peers and very much appreciate their input.
The C12 affirms that I found in my work that I wanted to grow professionally. I think the emotion that we as leaders often face is a sense of loneliness. We're kind of on the front line, we're having to make decisions, oftentimes we're in territory where we haven't been before. And it can, you feel like the Lone Ranger many days. C12 has just been a real help, not just in the materials, but in the relationships that we have to affirm that mission and purpose.
This has been, it's been a great experience, and not unlike Greg. It really has helped me better focus on how do I bring my faith into what I do on a daily basis. And frankly, that's something that was missing for most of the first 25 years of my career.
I'm proud to say that we haven't had to lay any people off. In fact, we've been able to employ a couple of people as well. So that's really been quite a blessing for us there to see that stabilization. What C12 has helped me do as well is focus on what is the vision for the business and how do I relay that vision to my employees and our customers. So, this time has given me certainly that opportunity to do that.
And with some advice and direction that I certainly got within C12 to really sharpen your focus and say, what is it about this strategy? Where am I going? And that's ultimately what led me to the structure we came up with. I think the high point of the last 2 years for me has amongst that been recognizing that it's not all in my control. And frankly, that was, again, something missing in my life. I think we put lists together as driven business owners, operators, and said, I'm going to do this today, I'm going to accomplish this, I. And we forget that the Lord has a plan for us.
And sometimes the tough times are a unifier. Sometimes we get trials in our life, and that can actually be working as a unifier. So when I look at the bright spot, in that it's taking sort of a crisis, and it's all relative in terms of what a crisis is. It certainly isn't a desperate crisis, but we take the times that we're in to be using as a unifier to rally us around what we're really about. So I think we're better business people through these times too, and I'm looking forward to better days. I think we're going to be positioned and strengthened to be a healthier company to take advantage of those times. Where I've transformed the most in my own walk and how I lead the company is I've gone from a business person who happened to be a Christian to a Christian who happens to be a business person. C12 has challenged me, and more specifically to the question of my employees. My employees all know where I'm coming from my faith. I think sometimes we need to risk and be vulnerable in putting ourselves out there and maybe engaging an employee who's hurting or a client, knowing that they're looking for hope. we so often are so busy that we miss those opportunities. So to slow down and look, watch out for those opportunities. They're blessed and we're blessed by sharing that heart and faith of what Christ is.
That storm, that environment, more often than not, provides a real opportunity.
Some things that I try to do to help my people know that that door truly is open, and that I will treat them with honor and respect even when there are problems, and even when those problems are a result of human error. There's power in language and intonation that exemplifies leadership in an organization. And that's just a little aspect of that in terms of us being the Christian organization that we are.
I've found that I need to spend more time one-on-one with people to identify for them where my ideals are and where I see the future and the direction that we're leading to, but more importantly actually to give them an opportunity to feed back to me. And that's one of the mistakes I've often made. It's very easy to charge 100 miles ahead with your own vision and your own plans and forget the key people that you have on staff. So engage them in what you do and your decision based on a day-to-day basis. And the other thing, opportunity you have is to also express care and concern for people as well. And it's not until you actually start to individually talk to people you find out where their concerns really are, what challenges they face on a day-to-day basis. And it's remarkable the little things that you can do that make such a big difference in their lives, even if it's just helping them out with transport to get to work, and a few little financial aids like that. So by doing that, taking the personal approach, you're able to encourage people, you're able to give them confidence in you, who you are, and also bring them on board as part of the team. And it's not until I'm reminded how blessed I am through the Lord in this business that I'm able to take stock of who I represent and how I treat and understand people. So this last year and a half, couple of years, has been a huge learning curve. And to me, it's been an opportunity to reflect who I am in Christ more to my people. And previously, I must admit, I didn't have that emphasis. So it's been a real blessing for me too, because it keeps you focused.
For me, the focus going in, again being a new venture, is how this time I pay more attention to working on the business as opposed to daily in it. You've heard some people allude to, we get going and the pace of our days is so fast that it can overwhelm us. And I've certainly been there before. I fall into that trap nowadays also from time to time, but I try and begin my day with some better centering and some time for reflection and prayer.
There's a lot of trust. Where does trust come from? Trust comes from faith. And we're told in Hebrews 11 that and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe he exists, and what? And that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. And you're seeing a little bit of both up here, aren't you?